talk to us about the fact that they missed. Is it the daily active users that people are worrying about? Is it the revenue? Is it the lack of monetization?
Well, here's what I'll tell you. Well, first, I agree with you that the shares are plummeting. I disagree that this is the headlines about that this being a Facebook kind of effect. I think 100% of the problems that we're seeing at Snapchat is self-inflicted. They're not doubling down on the core areas of expertise that we thought that they could capitalize on, like the content side of the picture, and they're not really educating the existing users as well as the new potential users on the new product iteration. So when you look at the metrics, to answer your question, I thought the user number was fine. I mean, it's not too far off from what the street was looking for. What the issue was on the monetization side, because you're seeing a much flatter trajectory than what would be expected at a company at this stage. And I think that's why the red flags are starting to go up.
I mean, just looking at how different, though, when you are gauging potentially the stories product that was unfolded by Facebook and Instagram, that 250 million daily active users on Instagram now using that versus the 173 million that we see today from Snap. I mean, where, therefore, do you see them making any sort of inroads into the market share, particularly for the likes of mobile ad market, James? I mean, at the moment, eMarketer thinks it'll just get 0.6% of the global pie versus 22% that Facebook has. I'm slightly shocked that you think that this isn't in any way a competition issue.
Not 0.6, by the way, James, is 0.6. It's just, it's English.
It's a British thing.
Okay. No, you took the words right out of my mouth. To contextualize it, we're talking about less than 1% of the global ad budget, which is what Snapchat is trying to capture. And when you think about the fact that two companies, Facebook and Google, command 85–90% of the growth in advertising revenue, obviously advertisers and agencies want to explore a third alternative, which is what Snapchat has become. But the issue, I really think that there's too much emphasis placed on the user growth, which I think is a good number. But if they were able to get the content side of the equation, which they're armed with multi-billion dollars of cash after the IPO to spend on that kind of content, and at the same time improve on the product at a faster pace of iteration, I think you can see that ARPU number creep up at a much faster rate. And the fact that that's not happening, I've been in the seat 3 months ago too.
Faith is the belief in things unseen, and James has faith that these guys will be the gang that could shoot straight.